I generally eat pretty well, but every so often I just mindlessly eat shit. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. What's going on, fam? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with some more nuts on yo chin. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to check all the links down below in the description for swolenormousx.com to join the Swole fam, and also to check out apparel and the other links for the Daily Swole podcast, and so on and so forth. All the fun and all the party is down below, but it's also over in swolenormousx with the Swole fam, as you will soon see. Now, this video goes deep with the fam because a lot of you are dealing with addictions. A lot of you are dealing with shitty community and people that you surround yourself with that do not have your goals in mind, that are focused on their own shit, that are selfish, self-absorbed, and if you surround yourself with those people, it's going to pull you in the wrong direction. This is for those of you that want to do better with your nutrition, with your training, with your community, all the 7 pillars of Swolenormous. So if you don't want to change, if you don't want to do better, this video is not for you. If you don't know what the 7 pillars of Swolenormous is, head on over to swolenormousx.com. Link is down below. At the top of the page, you can download your free copy. You get an audiobook, you get the 7 pillars ebook, you get all the downloads for free over at swolenormousx.com. This post from the Swole fam is from Candy, and Candy says, "Okay, so I've just eaten a huge share-size packet of crisps, which are potato chips, and now I'm pissed. I generally eat pretty well, but every so often I just mindlessly eat shit. Crisps are my biggest weakness, and once I start, I just keep going until they're gone. Arrgh. Feeling so annoyed at myself. Does anyone else struggle with mindlessly fucking their face and then immediately regret afterwards? How do you manage to remain mindful? I know I have nobody to blame but myself, but I swear sometimes it feels like my mind zones out entirely and I just go into autopilot. I think some meditation and awareness is needed. The good news is I start the first official week of the 90-day dash tomorrow, and the 90-day dash program is inside Swolenormous X, so like I mentioned before, all those links are down below. So she says that she just ate a huge share size, which is essentially a family size package of potato chips. So she eats pretty well, but mindlessly eating. Every so often, I just mindlessly eat shit. So yes, everyone or many people struggle with mindlessly eating. That's the problem with not being mindful. That's the problem with not meditating and being in the present. If you do not have a regular meditation practice, she says so at the end, I think some meditation and awareness is needed. And that's exactly right. That's what meditation does. It provides you self-awareness. It kind of puts you in the passenger seat, essentially, and you're watching yourself drive. That's kind of like a good analogy. You're almost stepping outside yourself, observing your thought process. You're almost observing your mind, how it works. And that's what you do essentially when you're meditating. That's what you're doing when you are focusing on your breath. That's what you're doing when you're learning, when you're doing brain gains. That's our meditation practice inside Swolenormous X. We have 5-minute sessions, we do 10-minute sessions, and we do 20-minute sessions. So those of you that are part of Swolenormous X, you could drop down below how long you prefer to meditate for. Some people like to do longer sessions in the morning, shorter sessions at lunch or at breaks at work, and then, maybe longer sessions in the evening. So you could do meditation at any time. But a regular meditation practice just puts you more in the present from a moment-to-moment basis. So Candy, for example, obviously a little irony with her name, Candy is like many Americans or many people in this world that are hooked on this habit of eating, mindlessly eating. If you're not present, you're gonna go into autopilot for so many habits. Now, habits are things that your body actually adapts to in order to execute things more efficiently. There are good habits that you have. You're brushing your teeth. Hopefully you exercise regularly. You lock the door when you go inside. You take off your shoes when you walk in the house. You put your seatbelt on when you get in the car. You don't really remember these things because your body goes on autopilot. It is very psychologically taxing if you're consciously like, oh, I gotta put on my seatbelt and then I gotta do this and I gotta do this. If you create good habits, your body can put those in autopilot and focus on more pressing matters, more things that are changing and dynamically, changing while you're driving driving. You're not thinking about all those little details while you're driving. You're not thinking about how to drive. You're not thinking about when to step on the brakes and when to step on the gas. You're doing them automatically because you've built this habit and this repetitious pattern over the course of years and years of doing it. And you have the same things when it comes to eating, whether you're hanging around with certain people, whether it's a certain day or time of day, whether you celebrate, let's say you watch football on Sundays and you habitually eat crap while you watch sports. Most people eat junk when they go to the movies or when you watch TV at home. You associate relaxation and eating with TV or TV with eating. Family gatherings, hanging out with certain people, you go and you eat, you have these events, every celebration's around food or alcohol or staying up late and partying or drinking to excess. These are habits. You do these on autopilot and you don't realize how normalized eating shit actually becomes in your life. And this is why people look down all of a sudden after 10 years like, oh my God, how did I gain 100 pounds? Well, it happened little by little, week by week over the course of years. So you can easily fall downhill and slide backwards and really go into the depths of disease and obesity just on this autopilot alone, because you don't need that much excess on a daily or weekly basis to accumulate extra body weight over time and extra body fat. So a couple good things. I don't want to just rail on Candy because she's posting to hold herself accountable. This is a post from the private Facebook community inside the Swole fam. So she says, I know I have nobody to blame but myself. That's taking responsibility. So she is doing, by posting this, what she is doing is what most people don't. They don't take personal responsibility. They want to join fat acceptance, or they want to blame the quarantine for gaining weight. You see what I'm saying? Most people push it and put the onus on something else because it's easier to blame than to take personal responsibility and make that habitual change, because it's fucking hard. It's hard to create new habits because you're also breaking these bad habits and you're building a new habit. And it's very important to do that slowly and systematically, but it's going to be the best thing that you could ever do for your life. Because if you just completely go through life mindless, you're accumulating all this stress, you're accumulating all these extra calories, and you're perpetuating bad habits that can lead easily towards diabetes or heart disease or cancers later in life. And these are just things that you can prevent. So you have to focus on what you can control. And taking personal responsibility like Candy is doing is the number one thing. You have to take ownership of where you're fucking up, but then also implement those strategies to do better. So practicing more meditation is fantastic. She's starting the first week of the 90-day dash tomorrow. She knows that she needs to focus more on meditation and awareness. And it's not going to be an easy, boom, everything is fixed and I'm all done. Now I'm not binge eating anymore. Now I'm not, those habits are broken. These are things that need to be built and developed over time because these bad habits have been reinforced over years and years and years. And it's so easy to just reach for something to eat while you're watching TV. It's so easy to, when you're just not doing anything, to just put something in your mouth. It's so fucking easy because it takes no effort and you get instant gratification with that dopamine release. So this is an important post for a couple reasons. It outlines exactly why so many people are obese and so many people have these bad habits that just don't stop. But it's also even more important to show what it means for someone to take responsibility, to step up to the fucking plate and hold themselves accountable by posting up in the Swole fam and actually saying, I fucked up. This is my problem. Does anyone else deal with this? And the answer is obviously yes. There have been tons of comments and replies to this post already. And then also she's taken the next steps to make it better. Is it going to be perfect? What's perfect? Nothing's perfect, but better is always available. More effort, more trials, being relentless, disciplining yourself, wanting to do better, and taking the personal responsibility to do so. Because if you don't take responsibility, if it's not your fault, then you're not in control. Then you can't do any better. And then you just relinquish your life and your health and you outsource it to fucking big food and big pharma, and we know how that plays out. So what are your thoughts? Drop them down below. I want to say good for you, Candy. I know you're struggling, but the Swole fam is here for you, and I hope this video helped some of you that are watching that might be dealing with the same thing. So what are your thoughts? Drop it down below, and remember, if you want to join Candy, myself, and the Swole fam, and you want to crush it with us, check the links down below for swolenormousx.com. You can join for less than $3, but all the details and all the membership options are over there for you at swolenormousx.com. Not to mention, you can check out your free downloads like the 7 Pillars of Swolenormous. All those details in the description down below, and I'll see you next time for some more nuts on your chin. Peace the fuck out.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Y'all Y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a running crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play it